the main reason why we're sitting here is because of the controversy of this recent situation that's come about, right?
Right.
Where apparently you wound up impregnating a girl who was
underage.
Correct. You know what I'm saying? You say that you had no clue beforehand.
Facts.
Why don't you break down the situation from your perspective, from the beginning to end?
So this is not a perspective. This is the fact. I was there, and there's a lot of people speaking on it, even podcasters paying other podcasters to talk about me. And that's cool. These are all oppositions that have had a falling out sometime, and I've spoken up on them. You know, I even ran into them. So how this started was a girl came, and she came with her family or whatever. Not her, but her family made the appointment. I tagged on the dude, his wife. I don't know if it was her aunt or somebody that she brought with her. They came again, tagged them again. The girl, when they first came, and this is the thing, when they first came, I don't work at a shop. Mm-hmm. I'm working from home, bro.
Right.
So, you know, when you go to a shop, you take copies of your ID and shit like that. I don't do all that shit. You know, all that shit. I've been tatting for many years. You can call me a fucking, you know, a hood famous tattoo artist. I guess. You know what I mean? There's homies that you go to that you know that get down.
That's pretty normal. I got like a bunch of my ink is from backyards.
Right.
You feel me? Like,
okay, so this girl came, right? One of the girls pops out her ID, like if I needed to make a copy. The other ones all did too. So I looked at them. Nah, I don't need to do that. That's cool. You guys are all of age, whatever. The girl happened to have an ID that she borrowed, which is a fake ID, whatever. You know?
But you're not really looking at it close enough to think that.
Well, the girl in the picture, it looks like her. The same shit. They look the same. They have their hair in the way they put their hair or however, and the same shit. You know, I'm not going to right here grill everybody. If you do look underage, hell yeah, I'm going to card you. I got a gang of papers, notarized letters, and this is something that I preach the most. And I don't know if you're aware of it, but say you're tattooing somebody, even if you're a kid. All these young tattoo artists hit me up. Hey, what's up? Can I be an apprentice? Can you show me how to tattoo? Yeah, homie, I got you. Let me warn you something, though. If you tattoo an underage person, the minute you break that skin, you're held accountable. That's a statutory rape charge. You penetrated the skin. That's penetration of a minor with a foreign object.
Oh shit.
So even if you scratch a girl, if you're like messing around and you scratch a girl and she insinuates that it was something sexual, that's a sex crime and it's a scratch. That ain't no joke. That's real shit.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, make sure you get a notarized letter from both parents, because even if one parent says it's okay and the other parent can contest that, and that's still a rape charge.
Yeah.
So you got to have both parents come, get their IDs, take it to any notary, get that shit stamped, and that's it. Sign your. It's okay for Daniel Ayala to tattoo my son or daughter. This is what he'll be putting. Boom, boom. I have a gang of those letters.
So is that what happened with this girl?
No, like because they all had their shit, and plus there was other people vouching that this is their family member and they're old enough. So and this is where people that are on YouTube, all my circle knows this shit. You know, this happened about 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. So YouTube, all these other podcasters, fans that don't know my life, that don't know this shit, that don't know me or my character or my moral system, yeah, they're going to judge me. Look at me. I would judge me too. I would be like, man, f that fool, hit that fool, whack that fool, wipe that fool off the fucking map. I feel the same way about chomos or pedophiles. I don't like them. What happened, and that was a fact that happened. This girl came back. We had a one-night stand. We texted, and yeah, here's another thing. There was no conversation. I don't know this girl. I'm not right there asking her, like when you're going on a date, asking a girl, hey, what's up? What's your favorite color? Mia? Or what kind of music do you like? Charlie, every girl texts now. Add me on Instagram. Add me on Snapchat. And it's a texting thing. What's up? You're handsome. You're cute. How do you really get to know a girl like that? We messed around one time. She got pregnant. The next month, I had my other baby.
Well, when you initially tatted her up, what was the tattoo that you gave her?
Butterfly, I think.
Okay, and I mean,
and she was already. They were all of them were all tatted. You know, not that matters.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm saying that
I'd seen her say that she had previous tats before that. So like, which is probably gonna give you another, make you a little bit less on guard about like, oh, she already blasted. Okay, oh, you 20. Cool.
And then
I get that.
After that happened. You know, I didn't see her. After we messed around. We only got confronted when I was chilling with an ex-girlfriend of mine, and we're walking through the Santa Fe Springs swap meet.
Okay, but so a few questions. Mm-hmm. When you're tatting somebody up, that's somewhat of an intimate experience. You gotta you're gonna be sitting there together for at least an hour and a half, even if it's a small tattoo, right? And you're gonna be chopping it up during that time. You guys are gonna be conversing and things like that.
You know what? You could think that, but some people I don't conversate with. So I get a lot of ghetto ass people. I get tweakers that come. I got evicted from my pad before all this shit happened. My kids are right there thinking it's because of them. I got evicted because a couple came, and the girl was clowning the dude. I was doing the name on her. I was doing a name on him, Kimberly, and she was clowning him, talking about when I was almost done with the name, and she started talking about, this is just a rebound, right? This is just a rebound, talking shit to him, and they started getting down outside, and I got kicked out because of that shit. You know what I mean? So I'm not sitting there trying to conversate. I got homies that come to me and, hey, what's up? Trying to talk about neighborhood shit. I got girls that come try to flirt. Yeah. But then I got the people that are quiet, that don't say shit. And I have to ask them, hey, if it's painful, hey, are you all right? You need a break? They're real quiet. So I stay quiet. I don't want to, I want to get my money. I got appointments backed up, homie. I'm doing 4 to 7 tattoos a day. Big pieces, little pieces.
Yeah. So she was one of the quiet ones.
She's quiet to this day. I don't talk to her like that. I see my daughter every once in a great while. They're not even in the state.
So when she started, your interactions between when you actually went and hooked up with her and the tattoo session, what was that like? She just
between what?
Like between the time where you tatted her up and then when you guys actually hooked up. How much time was
there ain't no conversation like that. That's what I'm saying.
You never even talked to her.
There's no conversation like that. And that's where I take an L on my side. There's no that is an L on my side. I'll admit that. I should have fucking did that. But I didn't. I had 2 babies a month apart. And you know what? I'll admit it. That was some hood rat shit. That was some hood rat shit. I mean, and at 39 years old, but hey, I'm a single man, homie. I live by myself, and it's flattering for a girl in her 20s, early 30s to say, hey, you know what? You're handsome. You're handsome.
I'm not mad at you for knocking up multiple chicks. You know what I mean? That's your business. You feel me? Consenting adults, that's you. I get people could have their opinions on that or whatever. I personally don't give a fuck. You feel me? Nick Cannon probably had 5 kids this last week.
There's a gang of actors that I could throw out on the road right now for roadkill, homie, that have babies with underage kids that you wouldn't even think that they did. And you watch their movies today and gangbangers today. I'm not going to do that. That's their business. Whether they knew or not, hey, that's it.
Now, do you feel like it's more of a cultural norm in Latin American culture? I don't mean in America, but, when you go to Mexico, Central America, it's a lot more common to see significantly older men with younger women.
So here's where we get into the colonial thing, right? So a lot of Mexicanos still believe in the old Mexica way. When a girl gets her period, she's of age and she becomes a woman and she's to be married off of a legit male, an alpha male with a good background of family standings that you want your bloodline to grow, right? That's where they still keep that tradition. They like younger girls and they're out there spreading their seed. Some people do that. I don't believe in that right now. I don't believe in that at all, as a matter of fact, because the mindset of a woman today or a girl these days isn't equivalent to what it was back then.
Yeah.
Now, my bad, but women are fucking dumb. They're dumb. They are. They got no respect. They don't know how to take care of man. A lot of girls do not know how to cook. They want to be the boss. They want to drive. They want to control everything, the music, whatever. And you could listen to whatever you want. You could eat what you want, but they want to be the leader of everything. And you can't be that way. You can't. And when you get into an argument, alpha male is always going to fucking come against that.
Right.
A beta is always going to be, okay, babe, what do you want to go eat? Let's go wherever you want. That. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to go or wherever. If you don't like it, that's fine.
So a quinceañera doesn't determine if a woman's ready.
Those are just made up shits that we've been rocking with.
Yeah. Okay. So this is where it gets interesting. So the whole reason Actually, no. Before we get into your son and that whole thing,
go for it.
So since we're still talking about this young lady or whatever, came through, got tatted up. You guys texted a few times, and she said, "Come through and or let's link up." And then you guys wound up hooking up. You feel me?
Right.
During that time at all, like now. Obviously, like when you look at fake IDs, because we've all had fake IDs. I got a fake ID on Alvarado when I was 16. You know what I mean? Like most fake IDs are gonna either say 18 or 21.
It's not a fake ID like that. I'm not a bar. She didn't come to get liquor. She borrowed her whoever she knows is the ID. That's a fake ID anyways to me.
Right.
It's somebody that was 20.
Right.
This isn't a 21 or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how people get that like. Oh, you got this ID made. Like, no, it's not made. The date of the birth or whatever equal to 20 years old.
Yeah. And if you're to be fair, if you're not a bouncer at clubs, you might I don't know exactly what to look for.
Yeah, and somebody said, and they're absolutely right. Somebody said in the comment section, hey, you know what? You should have had a card reader. You know what? I should have a card reader. But hey, I tattoo out on my pad. I don't have a tattoo license. It's so easy for anybody can get their tattoo license. All you need is a bloodborne pathogen license. That's it.
Yeah.
To know how to be sterile and keep your shit clean. That's about it.
You might as well go ahead and get that shit now, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, okay. So you wound up there is no indication during that entire time when you first talked to her and hung out, like this girl seemed a little bit off. Like she seemed younger. She's not quite as mature. Like there is nothing that kind of indicated
we're not sitting there listening to music and shit. That she came over and like I said, hey, my bad. It was on some fucking hood rat shit. We did what we did. She got pregnant, whatever, and went home. And I didn't see her till 8 months later at a swap meet where I thought this other girl was my baby's mom that I was with. That's another thing that's in here. She got confronted and we both found out.
So because the girl said that she slightly after hooking up with you, she wound up moving to Arizona or whatever, and then moved back, or I guess was visiting
LA.
She
moved from state to state.
Okay.
So I don't know her life like that. I don't know her personality like that.
Right.
And when I put her on my show, I wasn't hiding from nothing. I ain't hiding from nothing. This text message that my son put out, I'm gonna show you right now and you could read it to the public. This text message that my son thought he was exposing some shit because of the other situation that we're gonna bring up right now. He thought he was exposing some shit, but you'll read it and then you read it, and with your comprehension skills, you tell me what this says. I could have denied this shit the whole time.
You want me to read it right now?
Yeah, you could read it. But I'm saying I could have denied this shit the whole time. I didn't have to ask this girl, hey, you want to make a phone call and call in?
Okay. You want me to read it out loud?
Go for it, bro.
Okay. It's Monica Danielle once again. Our daughter will be here any week now. My midwife said 2 weeks at most. I need you to send the money now before she's here. If you have Zelle, you can easily Zelle it. I seen you're having a son as well. Congratulations.
Real quick, bro. Yes. My bad. And this is right after the confrontation at the swap meet.
Okay, so this is like within like a few days of that.
Yeah, those are timestamped.
Okay. Yeah. So you're having a son as well. Congratulations. Hope you can be a man and admit that both of these babies are yours. Either you accept it or not. Like I said, I'd be in denial. All you want, not my problem. And if you're still with the blood test BS, I'm so sure she's your daughter. If you don't financially support me now, like I told you before, since you had Vanessa's phone, when I texted her, as you know, a social worker will be in the delivery room, and I'm going to take advantage that I have one there already. I talked to a family lawyer and told them my situation, since you think it won't affect you regardless. If I lied of my age, at first a judge won't forgive you getting me pregnant at 16. I just turned 17 this year. And if you're so worried of having a responsibility, I want to let you know I don't want you near my daughter. Your baby's mother told me how much of a psycho you are. I mean, come on, you threatened to throw battery acid on her face and have broken into her home. All right.
Okay, so I don't care about that being out there. I have nothing to hide, homie. So what does that tell you right there?
It seems like,
and be honest.
Well, it seems like my first instinct is, the famous phrase, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned." She's clearly upset at you. You know what I'm saying?
But and that's a young girl.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
throw threats.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what else does she say?
She wants you to. She's putting whatever situation you got with the other.
No, but she's saying that she lied. She's saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not telling her to say shit. People in the comments were like, "Oh, he probably told her." They're like, I don't talk to this girl like that to tell her what to say. And who the fuck am I for her to listen to me? She's not around me.
Well, she made it very clear that, like, regardless, like, she's gonna take advantage of the fact that she is younger.
And this is the difference. This is the difference, and this is why we talked about whatever earlier. There's a difference between, and it's a sickness, bro. You could look up the definition of a pedophile or a chomo. Mm-hmm. It's a person willing and knowing that person's underage and goes and still pursues that person and penetrates them, if possible. That didn't happen in my situation. I had a group of people come, all identification, and I tatted one and messed around with one, assuming she was 20 years old. How? I don't go seek out little girls. I got 10 kids from a gang of women. I don't have a problem getting women. I don't need to search out little girls. And I'm not being conceited, homie. I could get a hyena.
No, you seem like you can pull some ladies. I don't deny that at all. There's like different accounts and different videos saying different things. Was there ever a video that was out that said that you got her parents' permission for that?
No way.
Okay.
No, right. Her parents showed up when I met the baby, and my son did a phone call with Blue Dildo. Okay. And he even says we pulled up and they were there with the baby. And the mom was saying how sorry she was. She was crying, and I'm saying, hey, I'm a gang member. I'm from a barrio. You don't go do that shit and put somebody in the circumstances. And they're both crying right there, And I'm looking at the little baby like, damn, like if it is my baby, I got to take responsibility. And I told her that. If it is mine, I will take responsibility. I ain't hiding from shit. I'll never deny my babies. I love all my kids.
Right. 100. And you have what, like 5 kids?
I got 10 kids, homie.
10 kids.
I got 6. Well, I have 9 kids. One's not my blood, but.
Okay. Yeah.
I got a gang of kids.
Yeah. You put numbers on the board for sure. Okay. So So what was the confrontation like at the Santa Fe Springs swap meet?
It was ugly.
How did she know you were finna be there? Are you just
they just happened to be there.
Just randomly?
Yeah.
She didn't run into you there. You weren't like tatting there?
No, there was a group of girls surrounding an ex of mine.
Okay.
And they were surrounding her, and I ran up there like, what the like, what's going on? And then they're like, oh, my homegirl's pregnant from him. Whoop-de-whoop. She's only this age. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I rushed the whole crowd.
What was your initial?
And I was in shock. I was like, it's the most ugly feeling in the world. Like you're kicked in the chest when you hear some shit like that, because something like that's the worst shit in the book besides a rat. That's the worst shit. And you fucking get got for that shit point blank. I don't like it. I beat up files, and that's a no-go, point blank, but there's context to everything. When
you saw her, like the group of girls that ran up, were you like, oh shit, these all look like a bunch of fucking like Girl Scouts? This is like
little ghetto chicks. Yeah. But I mean, they're all young. I was ghetto when I was little too,
right?
So I can't blame them how they're acting.
No, but it like did that kind of like give you realization, like, oh shit, this chick's a lot younger than I thought? Did you kind of like realize?
I was in shock. That was a shock of my life, especially experiencing it with a girl that I was chilling with and a daughter that I had thought I had with her. I thought I had a kid with this girl too, but it ended up not being.
Now, like a lot of people would say, and I'm not gonna lie, we all know that like there's beautiful women of all ages and shit, but a lot of people might say like, damn, like how are you even attracted to a girl that looks within the realm of age of the early 20s when you're in your late 30s at the time?
Hey, you know what? People are always gonna have a problem with it. But how many standards or opinions are you gonna live by? Should I live by your opinion or his opinion all the time? The point blank, they made a law, right? 18 and over. That's the law, right? So what the hell does it matter if a girl's above that age? She's an adult. I understand the mindset now.
No, this is true.
The mindset, of a woman, maybe she's immature or whatever. But I mean, no, not every guy's gonna be thinking about all that shit at that one moment when it's about to go down.
No, I get it, and I'm not gonna act like I'm fucking holier than thou, and I've never been attracted to like, you know, like a 21-year-old girl or something. Right. 20, I'm not fucking perfect.
And then look at how girls look these days. Do girls look these days how they looked in our days?
A little bit different, but
a little bit. But homie, batos are getting fooled by dudes acting like women.